Welcome back to the grind for a quick video with Mojo taking out the Cavalier event quest boss Ikaris. Now, the annoying part of this fight is not so much in Ikaris's kit, but it's more in the nodes, where when you parry, he gains a Fury. If he gains a Fury, he gains a passive Unstoppable, and if he already has a passive Unstoppable, he also gains a passive Unblockable. And he's going to gain Furies every time you parry him because of one of the nodes, as well as any time he's immune to an effect that you try to apply to him, and he's immune to bleed. So you don't want to bring in a bleed champion because you won't be able to touch him unless you have a very strong unstoppable counter. Now, any champion that can counter unstoppable will do well in this fight, like She-Hulk or Captain America Infinity War will be able to do it. So anyone that can counter unstoppable will do fine. Other champions are ones that you don't have to rely on parry, that can get their ins in other ways. But I decided to give Mojo a try because Ikaris does gain a number of buffs, and some of those buffs are related to the nodes, like when we parry. So when we parry, we will be able to trigger Furies, and if we're in our anti-life state, the Fury will disappear very quickly. It'll give him a passive degen, and it will give us a regeneration. And so that's one way that we can, get some extra regen and damage during this fight. So now we're fully ramped up after doing 5 prompts with Mojo. Unfortunately, we lost our Fury there, but now we're given the prompt to punish a special attack. The problem is he's not throwing his special attack, and now he's unstoppable. So I used a heavy attack to switch it, so I had a different prompt. And then I just threw off my special 3 to get rid of the power, and unfortunately he's at 2 bars of power, which is a tough special attack to deal with, and it was unblockable at the time, but the unblockable buff disappeared very quickly because we were in our anti-life field. So now we're back in our anti-life field, and if we are parrying him, we're going to decrease the duration of that Fury, but he was unstoppable, so we didn't want to parry him again and make him unblockable. And so it ends up being a somewhat slow fight at times because of that unblockable passive, but we were still able to, get the fight down fairly well. And we just threw off a heavy attack there to complete the prompt, and then I was worried he was going to counter, so I used my special attack. And then we're actually going to get the next prompt is to knock down a champion, and we only have 1 bar of power, so I'm actually going to use that to knock him down. Ideally, you want to use the special 2 for damage because it applies 5 degeneration passives on the opponent, and then he got another special 2, which is difficult to deal with, so I recommend trying to bait out special 1s as much as possible. And now I've got the idle prompt, so we have to stand still for a short period of time. So after the special attack, we're going to stand still at the end of it, and we finish that prompt, and that's going to allow us to get enough degen and damage to finish off the fight. And we got a lot of overkill with that special too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are and who you are using for Ikaris, and I hope to see you in the next video.